Greetings, my friends. Ben here. Sorry for the delay in part 3. It's been a busy time. So let's get into it. When we left off last time, we just finished the frame and sanded the legs. We'll put the supports in the middle of the frame and sanded the legs. So next for us is to put the legs in, get this thing on the ground, and cover the top. So where do we start? Let's start with the legs. So take your nearly finished frame and whack it up on the table and put it upside down. And then take 2 pieces of the 90 by 20 or 90 by 22 decking and put it inside the frame. This will make sure you've got it the right way up. So the decking's against the table or the ground, whatever you're doing it on, and the frame sits right on top of it so it's all flush. Now, grab one of the legs you've sanded and just slowly put it down in the corner, wedge it between whatever you've got it sitting on and the decking. So all 3 of those are all mashed together. Then all you got to do is use a couple of bugles. Because they're 90 by 90 legs, I'm using 100mm bugles. So that should give me plenty of purchase and plenty of depth. Now it's 2 on each side. You don't need any more than that because we're going to put a bit of support in between them anyway. Repeat this step another 3 times and then take your table and stick it on the ground. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the last piece of supports in because the decking is going to need something to screw in at each end. Take a measuring tape and measure between each leg and cut a bit of timber. Now, quick point of interest. Make the cut a couple of millimeters longer than what you measure because then you'll be able to really wedge it in there. Just grab a hammer and just hammer it in there nicely. You'll be able to get it all nice and even that way, and you can make adjustments with the hammer on the fly. And once you've got that done, run some screws into it, and that's that part finished. And now comes the fastest bit of all. I've got the help of my good buddy Stevie Two Hands here, and he'll help me get this thing done real fast. So all you got to do is take your decking, measure it to fit inside the top there, and just pop it in. Squeeze it up hard against the edge for the first couple anyway, 1 on either side, 2 screws at each end, and 2 in the middle will get you out of trouble for now. And start on one side, and go to the other side and repeat that process. Now you'll see here in the video that Steve and myself will be measuring each time we put a deck down because we want to make sure that we're even distance all the way across up and down. If for some reason it starts going out of shape and out of size, you'll know it, you'll see it in their measurements, and you can adjust simply by moving where you're going to put the next piece of decking. So bang, get it all done right to the very middle, and you'll notice that the last slot in the center, well, it's not the right size. It's not 90mm, unless of course you're some kind of wizard and you happen to figure out exactly how many decking boards you need that are 90mm wide for the table you're cutting. But you will be left with one in the middle that's not the right size, but it doesn't matter. If you've used a measuring tape properly and the gap's been even all the way through, then just take a measuring tape, measure the end, the middle, and the end, and you'll find out how wide you've got to cut the very last one. So just slice it to whatever width you need. Then, as with the supports for the legs, make it 1 millimeter wider than it has to be. Okay? Because you want to wedge this thing in like I am right now. I've got a hammer and a piece of wood. I wedge it in the end and I just start hammering, knocking, hammering, wedging it in until you get all the way to the end. And there it is. Your table's done. Apart from going through and dropping in all the other bloody screws. And don't forget to pre-drill, guys, because you will split this timber on the ends if you try and drill straight into it with no hole. That's pretty much it. I took it outside and gave it the sides a bit of a sand. I even filled up the edges, the side holes, with putty where the bugles went in, just because I wanted to give it that smooth look. You don't have to sand the top. It's not that important. But if you want to, you can. Now, this is, of course, what they look like at the end. Nice, solid table. You could park a truck on it, and it is far cheaper than anything you will buy at any outdoor store, really, by hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You can make it yourself, and they'll look pretty when they're painted like this. This is just an outdoor paint. It comes as a kind of a neutral colour, but you ask them to tint it oak. So this is a dark oak colour with 2 coats. I will be putting something on it called Ultra Clear. This of course helps outside. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this project. please, if there's something you want to see me build or something you want to make at home, just let me know. I've got all kinds of projects lined up in the future, and I honestly can't wait to share them with you. Please, the link to my new YouTube channel is there as well, Dad Builds. I'd love all the support you can give me. All right, peace, guys. Take care, and I'll see you soon.